Yes, the title is correct. Bungie is scamming you. And not only am I going to tell you how, I'm also going to tell you why. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. Jeff, hit it.
Welcome to the Counselor's Office.
That's right. You know it's serious when I start off with just the why of the video, right? Yes. Now, I know there's going to be a couple of Bungie ball fondlers that are going to come in the video or the comment section, and they're going to act really stupid. And I'm just going to ban you from the channel, so I don't have to lose brain cells if you're stupid ignorance. So, yes, this is a hot topic video, and we are just going to jump absolutely right into it. This week in Destiny, we're not doing a whole twit or twab or whatever the heck you want to call it. We are just going to skim through the major part, which is right there for you, right? It's Shard to say goodbye. To be honest with us, Guardian, how many legend shards do you have? Not that we're judging, although Drifter's probably proud of your methods. Whatever the answer, we are starting the process of depreciating this currency in Destiny 2. To speak in more detail about it, we'll give the room to the Destiny economy team. That's funny. They have an actual economy team, but they don't have a PvP team until now. Let that sink in, by the way. They're more worried about the economy of Destiny, which there's no trading in this game. Funny enough. Destiny 2 economy team. As many Destiny 2 players already know, legendary shards have long been an unstable part of the economy in Destiny 2. Yes, because you made it that way. You made it that way. So let's hold on to that little cookie, by the way. Some players have more than they would ever be able to spend, while others struggle to earn enough to engage with the systems that require shards as a cost. This often made it hard to find legendary shard costs that would feel impactful to players, while also ensuring that content that did require legendary shards could be enjoyed by all players, no matter how long or how much they played. Couple the legendary shard wealth disparity with the fact that disparity, as if, you know, I gotta talk about it. Shard wealth disparity, as if this is real life economics. There's the rich and there's the poor. They're only poor because you made them that way. The rich took advantage of exploits because they got tired of having to rely on Bungie to do something about it. I'm annoyed, but let's continue. Disparity. Then a few loopholes that players found to farm are regards to Raul and the Eva Levante, as they are more recently, and even more recently to Ikora. We made the decision that it's time to just simplify the economy by removing this currency from the game. See, what they're not telling you, and this is really key, what they're not telling you is that there's also been loopholes to get enhancement cores. But we're not going to talk about that, right? Just shards. That's another cookie I want you to hold on to. For a long time now, it's been a goal to make the game easier to understand and reduce the bloat of currencies, consumables, and items, which is true. They have been reducing a bunch of that, while ensuring that players feel like their time is valued for how long they spent playing the many activities across the game. I want you to really just let's copy this. Sometimes we get this right. Sometimes we don't. We always learn. As much as we know how bad it feels to have the currencies that you have amassed over a long period of time wiped away, please know that we don't make the decision to remove them lightly. We truly believe the removal is the best interest of both the game and the players. As you will see below, we are doing our best to ensure that the removal of legendary shards is not a pain point, but rather the removal of a barrier. And here we go to the fun part. Season of the Goodbye. The path to a world without legendary shards starts in Season 23. The first thing we will do is remove all legendary shard costs from the monument to the lost light, glimmer, exotic safer, and spoils costs will remain the same. Okay, so look at this. That is good. That is very new friendly, and even a returning friendly player. That's okay. That's a good. I want to make that very clear. That's okay. With only the legendary shard costs changing, this should help new and returning players unlock weapons they have missed. Yes, when it comes to the monument to the lost lights, think exotics, past ritual weapons, that's okay, right? That's GG. Secondly, we turn our eyes toward ritual gear focusing, fully removing legendary shards from there as well. Starting in Season 23, non-adept focusing will cost ritual engrams and glimmer only. Focusing adept weapons will still require 7 wins in trials and nightfalls. So here's where they're scamming you. Right? New ritual weapons. So the seasonal content, that's not changing. It's just engrams. That's a plus. You know, for the season, if you play the season, it's just a plus. You're like, okay, Mr. Gaming Counselor, so then why is this a scam? Standard ritual pool weapons. 3 engrams. That doesn't sound a lot until you go to the game. Like, here we are at the game. Here I am, a Lord Shaxx. I've reset my Crucible rank twice. And I'm at rank 4 out of 17. So that is 38 whatever ranks. 38 ranks. So, and I have 71. I have used a couple, but just for now, let's use the science, right? But here I am right now with 71 engrams that I spent time playing and getting. I played the game, my time. I spend 1 to get 1 weapon. 71 weapons if I wanted to. But now, I'm getting less. I'm doing more to get less. But hey, their time is valued for how long they spent playing across the activities. We truly believe their removal is the best interest for both the game and the players. Who is this benefiting? It's not benefiting new players because they have to play even longer. God forbid a new player wants to play a couple hours. Guess what? You didn't play enough to get enough engrams. You want that 1 weapon? Sorry, you only have 2 engrams. You need to rank up your level again. And there's going to be morons out there. They're like, I don't see the big deal. And they live and breathe Destiny. I'm sorry. My time, here's let's go back to it. Let's go back to it. I saved it just for this, okay? Guess what? You have to reset 2 times to have the opportunity that I have right now to do 23 engrams. 23 versus 71. Who is this helping? And it gets more egregious. It gets more egregious. Standard ritual armor. The armor. Who actually gave a crap about the armor? And they already said that they're not going to replace it. So why is it 3 engrams if you're not going to even bother to replace the ritual armor? If it's going to be a one and done once in a blue moon, then why is it 3? Legacy weapons. You want to make an argument for old weapons being more expensive? Fine. I think it's BS. But fine, I concede. You want legacy weapons to cost more so that people who have spent the time getting it in the season feel like their weapon is more valued. Like, no, who gives a crap? No one gives a crap. I don't care if someone comes in today and gets the same gun I got 3 years ago and worked my butt off. I do not care. But most of the Destiny community does not care. Here's where it gets ludicrous. I even think Nightfalls is too much. But this is like a what the hell? And it only leads to the scam accusations. Iron Banner weapons, 5. Instead of getting 1 weapon for 1 engram, you now have to get 5 engrams before you even get 1 weapon. And you were like, well, technically, Mr. Game Catcher, you can just go to Raul and just have them decrypted. Yes, at a random chance. A random chance to get the weapon. You might get armor. You might get other weapons. But it's not fair. You're focusing. Yeah. I would rather there be a weapon of the day. You know, where you go in, you play Iron Banner for that day, and you have that guaranteed chance that the weapon that drops is that weapon, right? Sure, you don't have to make it drop every game. But right now, Iron Banner weapons don't drop nearly at all. You know what does drop? Regular Crucible playlist weapons. Like, honestly, if you don't even bother, like, once this change happens and your numbers get thrown into the dumpster and they disrespect your time, honestly, you want the Crucible weapon, play Iron Banner, and don't even care about your engrams. You are only playing just to get the seasonal weapon for Crucible, because it only drops. It drops like hotcakes in Iron Banner. Instead of Iron Banner weapons, we value their time and how long they've spent playing the many activities across the game. We truly believe removal is in the interest of both the game and the players. No, you know whose interest it is? Bungie. It is in their interest. It is not in new players. How many new players? Iron Banner is for 3 weeks. That means Iron Banner, new players, returning players, or just the casuals, you know, the people who didn't have a lot of legendary shards. Guess what? You have to spend more of your time playing just Destiny. Oh, you only have 3 hours to play? Oh, sorry. You really want that weapon? Sorry, you should have played all 3 weeks for 24 hours every single day that you could. You should just quit your job and play Iron Banner because you didn't get 5 engrams for your 1 weapon. And this is the scam. Are they monetarily robbing you? Are they stealing for you? Not physical cash, but you know what's more valuable? Do you know what... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Do you know what's more valuable than cash? You can return games. You can return, like, get refunds on some digital goods. Not all the time, but sometimes. But you know what you can never get a return on? You can never get back your time. Bungie is scamming the gamers of their time. This does not benefit outside of what's already there. This doesn't help. This doesn't benefit anyone. I want someone to tell me, how does doing this, you know, going from these numbers, you know, this is representative of the time I've spent playing and resetting twice, to now this is what it's going to be. Tell me how that's a benefit for anyone, new player, returning player, or any kind of player. How is this a benefit? Someone make it make sense. And there's going to be some moron out there who tries desperately to argue some stupid thing. There's no benefit. Well, they need to really do it because loot is too easy to get. You know what's also easy to get? Craftable weapons, which is becoming 90% of the game. So shut your goddamn mouth. Loot's not too easy to get. It's the fact that loot is being thrown out the window. They are actively killing the looting in the loot and shooter. All this does is make me care less about the game. And when it comes to focusing weapons, why should I care about focusing anything when I could just make a fully crafted weapon and never care? They are actively killing the looting part of the game. This is not benefiting anyone. New player especially. Casuals. I don't think a single casual will love to find out that they spent a day playing Iron Banner and they can only get 3 drops because they got 15 engrams. 15? Wow, that's a lot. I can really get something. Well, if you really want that one weapon, you only get 3 of it. You could play gambling and get RNG, which is, you could argue that's always been Destiny, but we're no longer in the old Destiny. We're in the Destiny that you can just craft weapons. If you want it, like, it doesn't matter. Like, why? You're actively making all this worse. There's no benefit. The argument that Destiny's always had RNG, that you should just do the RNG approach, then why does focusing exist? Well, it's just for the top people that can have... It's just that there's no benefit. There's so many arguments you can make to try to defend it, but at the end of the day, there is no benefit to anyone. It doesn't matter that I can afford 71 weapons and maybe someone can only do 10 because they only ranked up a couple. Guess what? I'm now only doing 23 and you're doing what? 5 weapons? Even less? It hurts us both. It hurts us both. Such a lie. It is making the game worse because it's not respecting your time, and it's killing the looting in the game. It's actively making people just care more about either not GM weapons, adept weapons. Like, screw getting the base weapon. Why would I ever want Warden's Law if it's going to take 5 to get 1 Nightfall weapon? When I could play a Grandmaster and always get one. I can guarantee get one. Oh, double loot, I can get 2. Oh, I get ciphers, that's another freebie. Why should I care? And guess what? Casuals really aren't going to do GMs. New players aren't going to do GMs. So it's easier to get better weapons from Grandmasters than playing the basic game. What they want you to do is spend more time playing their game. That's how they're scamming you out of your time. They want you to spend more time in their game. That, or they're really stupid. It could be both. With this little gem, just a friendly guardian reminder that if you missed out certain seasons of the Worthy Cosmetics, you can snag those in Eververse weeks 4 through 6 starting today. Yeah, so they're bringing back seasonal pass armor ornaments that you missed. That sounds great until you find out that it's 8,400 silver, $80 for items that were rewarded in a $10 season pass is honestly asinine. $80! They are scamming you. But it's worse. And here I'm just going to kind of refresh. Because I want to go to, let's see. There we go. This comment. This is Gigs. He's a streamer. I kind of looked at his profile. I feel like being able to purchase old season passes and choosing which ones to work on would be a very cool thing to see. Honestly, you spend $10 on a pass that gives you so much content. And now you're spending $80 for just ornaments versus all the stuff. So yeah, I would rather spend a little bit more, like $20 on old passes, because you could say they're legacy. I still think it's too much. Maybe $15, like a $5 charge. But then you have morons. You have literal morons who either fondle the balls of Bungie or just they accept eating crap. They literally will let crap in their mouth. It's only discounted because Bungie chose it. Any store can take an item and give it the illusion of a discount by charging things for a higher price than selling it at a discount. If I want to sell something for $30, and I want people to buy it for $30, I'm going to make the price point 50, and then I'm going to slap a discount on it that drops it down to the price that I actually want people to buy it at. And I know they'll buy it at. Bungie is becoming scummy. And it's weird because they're doing great things. Like, there's some great stuff here. Not this. Like, this is we'll get to that in a minute. But they're fixing things. They're doing things like the sandbox changes. They're listening to the Crucible people a little bit, which is great. Finally, it just took on how many years to actually make change happen. We haven't. I'm sorry. It's just funny. So it's like there's someone over here that wants to listen to the community, and then there's this other person that actively wants to kill the game, and they're doing the most stupidest things. And here's the real beauty of it all. They talk about how the problem is legendary shards, and it really was unstable and not good for the game. Yet the real problem, and anyone will tell you, is enhancement cores. How many years have people struggled with enhancement cores? When masterworking was the thing to do, enhancement cores. To get orbs, to get moats, enhancement cores. How many people need enhancement? Even now is the time. And I can tell you, like, let me see. I used to have almost a full stack, but now I'm down to nothing. Why? Because they finally heard the complaints of the community to find an easier way to level weapons. And now you can directly buy levels in your weapons, but with enhancement cores. But there is no real good way to get enhancement cores. There's not like a steady way to earn it. And that's the exact same thing for legendary shards. The same complaint that they have for legendary shards now is the exact same complaint I have for enhancement cores, and most of the community would agree. There are people that have rows. They have from this end to this end with enhancement cores. Guess what? Because they did exploits. Just like they did with shards. Wow. Wow, it's crazy, right? But we're not going to talk about that because we're never going to get rid of enhancement cores. And we're also never going to do anything that actually increases the drop rates of them. We're not going to give any real good sources. And that's a key thing, sources. Enhanced legendary shards could be resolved. The problem could be resolved. You know, they just introduced a new thing in the legendary section. Legends. Go Legends. Over here. Yeah, right here. And here. Right here. This is called the Rotator. It's an exotic rotator that if you beat it, you get a craftable weapon. You can get all past seasonal weapons that sometimes can be red borders so you can craft old things. That's awesome. There's also a legend version. And it really doesn't give, it gives you the callus, but it doesn't really give you like a whole lot extra. Imagine if under here, it gave you for the first completion of the week, you got 500 legendary shards. Wow. I gave more value to this thing because, by the way, I'm never touching this anymore. Like, I have no reason to ever touch the weekly reset of the exotic rotators because I have everything crafted and I have everything I need from it. But if they just added the legendary, just the legend version, account bound, one completion equals 500 legendary shards for the week. Wow. That was easy. Man, we fixed that problem real quick. That new player that wanted to do it, well, he got Sherpa'd. He needed help. He's like, I went on LFG and asked for help. Someone carried me through. I got 500 shards. I can start doing things. Wow. Or what? What if we go to the playlist over here? Wow. Okay, you see this? You see how it has weekly and it's a powerful reward and it's an exotic? What if there was another that was also weekly and I had to do 15 or 20, completions Or what if I had to meet a score or whatever? And I got, you guessed it, 500 legendary shards. It'd be crazy, right? Or bounties. What if I went to Zavala and I picked up Vanguard bounties or Shax or Gambit? What if I went to Gambit, got some bounties, and if I complete them, I got so many legendary shards, the repeatable bounties. What if I got 3 or 4 shards for completing a bounty in Gambit? Wow, I instantly just gave value to the game. And I allowed new players, free to try players, and returning players and casuals in general, to be able to play the game and get legendary shards so they can get what they want from the game. And that, ladies and gentlemen, where is it? Right there. That would be valuing their time that is spent playing activities across the game. And it would truly be in the best interest of the game and the player, because you're giving more value to content that right now has no value, and you're incentivizing players to play them while also helping players who need these sources of resources have them. Now, you could cross-apply that argument to also enhancement cores, but they'll never do that. No. Enhancement cores have been a core source in Destiny for such a long time. It is so entangled. They are literally force-feeding enhancement cores into every little thing they can. It will never be removed. And it's only going to get worse. So, is Bungie scamming you? Well, outside of the actual monetary, with old skins that you're paying $80 for when it was $10, there's no justification for it, even if this moron wants to. And there's plenty of other morons in there that want to justify it. Here's the real truth. For returning players and new players and people that struggled in any shape and form of the game, I gave you the solution, right? I'm not even going to continue talking about it. I gave you what they could do to solve the disparity. The disparity is only there because they make it. Just like they make a disparity of enhancement cores. It's not like life where it's government funded or directed or... this isn't a job. Bungie is the one that decides how much people have. If it's easy to get, then it's easy to get. If it's hard to get, it's hard to get. Only the people that really are dedicated are probably going to have more. And that's the thing. That's what they want. They want you to spend more time in the game. They want to scam you out of your time. Time is the most valuable resource, and that's what they want to take. And instead of providing a good game, instead of fleshing out and making a good game that makes me want to keep coming back, it actually is doing the reverse. It's making me want to step away from the game. It makes me not want to play the game. In fact, I've enjoyed playing other games. I have played Destiny less than I have in years past. And it's because Bungie wants to take a gun and shove it in between their legs and shoot all their toes off. They're not just shooting their foot off. They're literally shooting all their toes off. You are not respecting my time. You are not. Why would I waste my time playing outside of... Yeah, why would I waste my time playing Iron Banner outside of the shader? Like, I only play mostly because I want that reset for the shader. Breaking set 2, I'm done. I'm out. Peace. Which is hurting Bungie because they want me to play more. They want me to spend more time in this game. But I'm not going to play Crucible. Screw that. And in fact, I'm not even going to play Destiny. I'm only here to show you physically what I have because I'm going to go play Pokemon. And you, Bungie, force people to play longer and you don't respect their time. You don't respect their time. And you just actively make things harder for no reason. And not like hard difficulty, but harder to like get. You have control of disparity. You have control of economics. All these are yours. No one, all this is under your control. You can make us get all these resources in any number of ways. You can give us more sources. You can make it easier to do. Easier to get. But it's your choice. And the fact that you want to sell this scam so that we end up spending more time chasing and playing these basic playlists or whatever, Iron Banner. No, I'm not buying it. You're not benefiting anyone but yourself. And with that, as an unfiltered, unblocked Mr. Gaming Counselor, fuck you, Bungie. Fuck you. Have a good day, guys. I appreciate you guys. Be the best version of yourselves. Don't be like Bungie. And as always, have a good day. Except you, Bungie. Go fuck yourself.